KIMT News 3, coverage you can count on. This is KIMT News 3 at 6.
Olmsted County's attorney Mark Ostrom says a deputy will not face charges for firing his weapon. I'm KIMT News 3's Alec Lasham with why he decided not to pursue charges.
Plus, a local humane society says this person came in and took a cat, and now they're asking for your help in solving this feline crime.
And we saw some pretty quiet conditions here across the area on your Friday, and we're going to see that continue right as we head into the weekend. We'll get an update on the weekend forecast coming up.
Thank you so much for joining us for KIMT News 3 at 6. I'm Tyler Utzka, and we want to start off with some breaking news. This is happening right now. Take a look at your screen. This is a massive vehicle fire right along Highway 14. This is going eastbound, just west of the Highway 52 bridge. Firefighters just got there not too long ago. Before, all you saw was flames. Now, I'm saying this car was on fire. Huge, large flames. You can see traffic in that area on Highway 14 going eastbound into Rochester. That's backed up. Where you see that one car going behind that big plume of smoke, that's going south. That's that southbound exit for Highway 52. Again, firefighters just got on scene. This started right around 5:45, and again, that car was on fire. We do not believe that anyone was inside at the time everyone got out, but we will be sure to bring you the latest on this tonight at KIMT News 3 at 10. Also tonight, Olmsted County's attorney will not lay down criminal charges against a deputy who shot his weapon at a suspect last month, and that suspect remains on the loose. KIMT News 3's Alec Lasham joins us now with the reasoning behind it and what investigators are still working on in this case, Alec.
Well, Tyler, this incident goes back to December 14th in a parking lot near KIMT Foods in southeast Rochester. Deputy Sean Cooper, who is on the warrants team, had been tracking down this man, Jesse Johnson, who still has active warrants against him for assault and firearm charges. The report says Cooper had information that placed Johnson in the Planet Fitness parking lot near KIMT Foods. The warrants team, along with the Southeast Violent Crime Enforcement team, moved in to make an arrest on Johnson, who was sitting in his silver Pontiac G6. Deputies decided to box Johnson in with their squad cars. Cooper and another investigator pulled out their weapons, asking Johnson to get out of the vehicle. Johnson backed up into two squad cars before driving towards Cooper. Cooper then fired one round at Johnson's car. Johnson fled the parking lot and escaped arrest. Ostrom says Cooper did everything by the book.
In my review of this thing, I think Deputy Cooper certainly was within the scope of his training on use of force, that he escalated appropriately, but he also stopped. That was important to me too. He fired one shot. He didn't fire 3 or 5 or empty his magazine, for example. Could have, but he didn't. But so I also recognize that Deputy Cooper knew when to stop.
Now again, the sheriff's office says Johnson is still at large and says to contact them if you have any information. Tyler.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get the latest on the forecast now on this Friday night. It's been pretty calm compared to what we had earlier this week and all that snow, but the weekend, that's looking good too, isn't it?
Yeah, finally a lot quieter. We're done with the snow. We don't actually have any snow in the forecast, at least through the next 7 days either. Maybe a few flurries. So the weekend, looking pretty quiet. Temperatures right now dropping down into the teens here across most of the area, down to 19 in Rochester, 17 for Mason City. Still got you at 21 though for Charles City, 21 in Osage, also 21 in Preston. So overall, a little chilly out there if you're going to be heading out here for your Friday night. Live look over downtown Rochester showing cloudy skies at 19 degrees. Feels like 9 degrees above zero. And in Austin right now, reporting a couple flurries out there, so don't be surprised if you see a few flurries. But overall snow accumulation, we're not going to see any more of that for quite some time. No big storms in our forecast, but through the evening, holding steady in the lower 20s, upper teens here for this evening. And we are tracking a pretty quiet weekend. We'll get you an update on the weekend forecast and looking ahead to next week coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Aaron. The Rochester Public Library is extending its recent pilot program for social workers by an additional 3 months. RPL has been offering community outreach services for over a year in partnership with Family Service Rochester. The program was set to cease operation at the end of 2022, but the extension was made to help serve the community members make it through the cold winter months.
The current pilot has been successful. The initiative was meant to see if people would use social services at the library, and they have. We are in talks with the Olmsted County to see how we might be able to further extend social services to people in the community.
Now, funding for the program came from the Rochester Public Area Foundation, Better Communities Grant, and the Rochester Public Library Foundation. Applications are now open for the 2023 AARP Community Challenge Grant Program. It's in its 7th year now and helps fund quick action projects that help communities become more livable in the long term. Applications are open through March 15th. All projects must be consistent with AARP's mission to serve the needs of people 50 and older, along with other eligibility criteria, and you can apply on their website. In Rochester, there was a check presentation that happened at the Kaler Grand Hotel. Hiawatha Homes received a $20,000 check from the Bay Family Foundation. This gift will assist Hiawatha Homes with providing support services to individuals in Olmsted County with autism, developmental disabilities, and medical health needs. The CEO says they want to help create an inclusive community.
We all have our hopes and dreams and things we want to do and things we want to accomplish, and the people we support are no different. They have their hopes and dreams, things that they want to accomplish.
The services that Hiawatha Homes provides help support over 80 people. Well, Austin police are investigating an apparent attempt to poison 3 Great Danes. Police were called to the 700 block of 18th Street Southeast. Now, the homeowner there says that he found 12 blocks of rat poison in his backyard that had been stuffed with meat. Now, the dogs currently appear to be in good health, and police don't think that they ate any of it, but police say that this is all under investigation and believe it is an isolated incident. And the Humane Society of North Iowa is asking for your help in identifying a person who walked into its shelter and stole a cat. The person who you see right here on your screen is considered to be the suspect in this. You are asked to call the Mason City Police Department if you know this person's name or where they might be. The number for the Mason City Police Department is right here on the bottom of your screen. Still ahead, an 18-year-old Mason City man is now facing multiple charges in connection to trafficking weapons and burglary. We'll tell you where authorities caught up with him to bring him in custody. And later, a new survey says the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis is an eyesore, plus some of the other facilities that made the list of the country's ugliest buildings.
KIMT News 3 at 6. Your local news with KIMT News 3's Tyler Yutzka. Tracking storms with Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist Aaron White. This is KIMT News 3. More local news that is happening right now. We are coverage you can count on.